Skippy. Batten down the hatches. Here comes the next atmospheric river tonight. Thunderstorms today. It's Tuesday, the 14th of March. My name's Juan Brown. You're watching the Blanco Lirio channel. Quick Oroville update. AR, atmospheric river number 2, is upon us, pounding the area currently, but it looks like it's going to produce a little bit less rain than was originally forecast, and it looks like it's going to blow through the area a pretty sooner than anticipated. So we'll have an end to the heavy precipitation here by this evening. I emptied out 2.5 inches on the Blanco Lirio calibrated rain gauge on the deck from yesterday's rain, and we'll collect and see what we get today. But let's check out what's going on in Oroville and watch how flood control is working. Here's the current real-time numbers from CDEC, California Data Exchange Center. Look at these inflows. They're approaching 60,000 CFS at Oroville. We haven't seen that in a long time. Remember back in 17 when the spillway broke, we were seeing inflows well north of 100,000 CFS. Outflows are steady at 16,000 CFS. I was able to get on the media briefing yesterday and actually get in and ask a couple of questions. They are now running the 16,000 CFS primarily out of the spillway. Yesterday, they had shut down the Hyatt power plant and decided to run all the water through the spillway. So I asked them a couple questions. They said they are doing some planned maintenance on the Hyatt power plant. That's why they shut the water off there and are instead just running it out of the spillway. They also said they've got all 6 turbines up and operational, because for a long time at Oroville, they were always keeping one of the 6 turbines out for maintenance or overhaul and only had 5 turbines to work with. And you can't run water through one of those tunnels without a turbine in it. So that reduced the amount of outflow they could get from the Hyatt power plant. So they've got all 6 turbines up and running, but for some reason they got them down for maintenance right now. It's good to take care of that maintenance now. Too bad that you can't take advantage of this energy situation and get some energy out of this, but hopefully they'll have those turbines back up and running real soon. So 16,000 CFS out, ramping up to 60,000 in. Then the lake level has jumped up to 846 feet. So just 2 days ago, it was right here at 840 feet, so the lake level has jumped up 6 feet in 2 days. So that's why they need to let water out ahead of these storms to make room, plenty of room for flood control to act as an accumulator or a buffer there, so we can absorb these high inflows and just moderate the outflows downstream. So there's plenty of room in Oroville for this rain. And the neat thing is, for the 7-day forecast, we're going to have this big rain event today and some wind, and then we get a nice big break in the weather, which is going to allow all that water to work its way out of the valley and towards the Bay Area and out to the ocean, the excess water. And we won't see heavy rain again possibly until Monday. So it's these breaks in between these big atmospheric rivers that prevents us from flooding out. Now let's go take a quick look over at Shasta. This is what we need to see happening. Inflow of 69, nearly 70,000 CFS into Shasta with very little outflow. These outflow numbers will probably get updated. They're usually on the order of 1,000 or 2,000 CFS. And the reservoir level elevation at 1,008 feet and rising. A full pool for Shasta is about 1,067 feet. So they still have 67 feet of elevation, a lot more in acre feet of room at Shasta. So looking back 2 days ago there, they were flowing 2,000 or so out and about 20,000 in. But these are the kind of big rain events up north that we need for Shasta, because remember, Shasta is primarily fed by rain, more so than snowmelt. Over at Folsom Reservoir, a little more critical, less room to work with. A full pool at Folsom is 466 feet, so they got some, 40 feet or so to work with. But they've been matching inflows pretty well, 26,000 in, and 25,000 out. Now with the current AR coming over, inflows have bumped up to 38,000 CFS. So the reservoir is coming up off of 423 feet in elevation. But again, this will allow them to, they've got enough room in the reservoir to take this amount of water and then just ease it out. 25,000 CFS is a pretty good flow out of Folsom into the American River system, but not enough to harm any of the Weir system down range in the Sacramento and American River systems. So that's a quick update on AR number 2, looking into the future cast here of a few hours. It almost looks like this AR is kind of split into a north and south branch, but it should be clearing out here in Northern California later on this evening. Thanks so much for your support, especially the folks over on Patreon that make this content possible. Don't forget to go check out Mark Finance's channel to get the very latest. He's got an update from about 8:30 this morning. He'll have another one up soon. Thanks. See you here. Elliot Seguin of Wasabi Air Racing stopped by Nevada County the other day in his orange and white Thorpe T18, and here's what it looked like. He captured the snow removal off of the top of the Blanco Lirio hangars.
Grass Valley Airport was recovering from a snow emergency when we stopped there for fuel.
Right there.
Some of the area getting as much as 50 feet of snow this season. But the pumps were active, the runway was clear, we got our gas and moved on. Airplanes are cool.
Yeah.
Grass Valley Airport was recovering from a...
Thanks, Elliot.